So, good evening, everyone. So, in previous sessions, we have discussed about some Flutter applications, and we have also discussed about stateful widgets and some designs. Okay, we have also performed some code labs. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to discuss about the plugins and native APIs, and we are also going to discuss about how the app is going to be tested in Flutter. Okay, how we will test the Flutter app. Okay, so this all are going. So coming to this, first thing, what are the packages in Flutter? So coming to the packages in Flutter, so Flutter is an important open source mobile app. So we also before we already discussed about Flutter, right? It is open source and free source platform where we can develop Android applications and iOS applications too from a single code base. Okay, so we have already discussed. And packages in Flutter consist of a set of libraries, and every set of library consists of different types of components. Okay, so those packages are being imported typically from the official website of the pub.dev. Okay, so these are the packages where you can see here, you can see right pub.dev website. This is the particular thing. So we can also discuss about what is what in this session. So what are the components are going to be present in pub.dev, everything. And coming to this, there are two types of packages in Flutter. So first thing is a Dart package, and second one is the Flutter package. So coming to the Dart package consists of a Dart code. So where you can use that code for Dart programming language, and also you can also use the Dart code for building the Flutter applications. Okay, but whereas coming to the Flutter packages, it consists only Flutter package components, and only that Flutter packages, right? It only be used in Flutter projects, but it can't be used in any other sources. Okay, so whereas coming to the Dart packages, it can be used for both the Flutter and the non-Flutter applications. And coming to the packages in Flutter, so how the packages in Flutter are being used and how those are being executed. So coming to that, we have already discussed about the pubspec.yml, right? I have already discussed. So that is the thing where you can store everything like images and location paths, everything. So it plays a main key role in Flutter applications. So from here you can copy the dependencies of the particular version or a particular package or plugins or any APIs, etc. etc. So you can copy it and you can run it so that it can be downloaded and installed the package particularly in your Flutter application. So we can discuss about some popular packaging in Flutter. So there are some popular packages in Flutter. So those includes Flutter material components. The first one is the Flutter material components. So we have already discussed in previous sessions like what are these material components like widgets, apps. I mean widgets, app icons, text, images, and some buttons. So these are all comes under a component. Okay, so these types of widgets are all being presented the material components in the Flutter. Okay, so those are pre-built materials. And coming to the next one is Flutter Redux. So Flutter Redux is also one type of a package which is present in the Flutter. So it comes under state management library. So which is used for managing the applications. So this Flutter Redux is mainly used for build applications, and it's used to manage the application states. Okay. So next coming to the Flutter Firebase. So we have discussed about Firebase in our previous session, but this Firebase is mainly used as a backend to store the user data. So it acts as a database, and it's also used for authentication like validation forms, email forms, verifications, and some login or sign up forms, etc. Okay, so these are the basic integrations which are done under the Firebase, and we are also going to discuss about Firebase in detail in our next sessions. Okay, so this is the basic general overview of the Firebase. Okay, why the Firebase is used and what is the main goal of the Firebase. So it is a database management system. So where you can store the data of the particular, and you can also use cloud storage facilities and such as authentications and form validations and verifications like email verification, etc. Okay, so next coming to the Flutter animations, a library that provides the animations. Okay, so coming to the discussion of the animation, so many of them been observed when you, for example, uh, take a YouTube app. So okay, when you open a YouTube app, you can see an animation for that YouTube logo, right? So example, take it as an example. So that is an animation which we are going to use in Flutter. So those types of animations we can use in Flutter. So to do that, we have to use the Flutter animation packages, especially. So when we use the Flutter animation packages, these animations are being added to a Flutter application project. So these are some transition effects. It may be some effect, or it may be text effect or logo effect. It can be anything. So it's a type of an animation, right? So you can add any animation when you install this particular package in your particular Flutter application. So next coming to the Flutter charts. So a library that provides a wide range of charts and graphs to visualize the data in your application. So this Flutter charts mainly used to provide the wide range of charts and graphs in your which is mainly used to visualize the data in your particular application. Okay, so make sure to get all the range of data in your application properly. And coming to the Flutter web view, so I think the web view we are seeing in every session, right? When you run this Flutter project, so we are executing this project in the Chrome web view, right? So it is a best example for that web view. So here, this package allows you to run the Flutter application for WebView. So why this WebView is mainly useful? So when you develop a Flutter package, I mean when you develop a Flutter application, so every time while developing, so even after making some changes, again making a new APK file, downloading it, and making sure that checking every second to second, so it makes a lot of time, right? So for avoiding that overcomes, we have to use web views, or also you can use Android emulators. So if not, so you can also use Android emulators. These Android emulators have been installed from the Android Studio, right? So if not, you can also use WebView. So this WebView is mainly used in this VS Code. So this WebView is mainly useful in Visual Studio, where Android Studio mainly popular for emulators. So emulator means you can see this type of logo, right? So you can see mobile screen here, this place of this image. In that mobile screen, you are going to see the output as it is, how it runs in a mobile, how it looks in a mobile. You are going to enjoy a particular user experience and user interface in particular emulator. So you have to download it separately. To avoid that, you can also use WebView when you use the VS Code. So overallly, the Flutter tells that the packages are the pre-built functionalities and the features for a particular application. So this is a simple thing. What is a package in Flutter? So next coming to the plugins. So plugins are also a type of a package. So why these plugins are mainly useful for is it makes it easy for developers to maintain and develop a functionality widgets or components using these plugins. Okay, it makes it easy for the developers, and these plugins are mainly used in a specific language. So these are also consist of a language, like it is not written in every language. So it is mainly written in Java, Kotlin. I mean, for Android. So we are writing a single code, right? For the single code, we can run both the Android and iOS applications in the Flutter. So the plugins are of two types. One is for iOS and one is for Android. If you install the Android plugin, then the Android plugin is mainly developed with Java or Kotlin, and for iOS it is mainly used Object to C or Shift for iOS. This is the basic thing of the plugins in the Flutter. So next, what are the Flutter plugins? So coming to the basic example, what are the Flutter plugins which are being used? Some common platforms. So for example, such as camera, location services. So camera, I think Google made something like, yeah, and some location services, and also third party. So Firebase is also a third party service. I don't recommend that. I don't tell that it's a part of a Flutter. So why I'm saying this is, to run a Flutter, to run a Firebase in Flutter, you have to install the Firebase SDK separately, and you have to link it to it. So it is not inbuilt in the Flutter. So you have to gain from the other third-party source, and you have to link these both, and you have to combine it to your Flutter project. So this is the Firebase. It is also a third-party service, not included in the plugins or packages in Flutter. So here you can see in the Google Maps. So here plugins can also use it to add custom functionalities. Not only the given functionalities, the Flutter gives some functionalities for some plugins. So okay, let us take as some plugin, and if you want to add some custom functionalities, not if you won't like that functionality, you want to change it, you can also change functionalities according to your point of view from the given plugin. So Flutter application that is not available through standard Flutter APIs. So this is the thing. And next, Flutter plugins are typically distributed as packages through Dart Package Manager. So, from where these plugins and packages have been distributed, from pub.dev. So, it is a website. Okay, pub.dev is an official website for the Flutter and the Dart. So, where you can see the plugins, packages, and many more like Firebase validation forms and everything. So to use a plugin in a Flutter project, so if you want a plugin to run in a Flutter project, so you have to add it. So dependencies, right? We have discussed about the spec.yml. It consists of a dependencies, and it consists of some versions and some paths, a path of a particular thing. Okay, right? So that you have to add. So okay, let us suppose you can take a email validation form. So email validation form is done with a Firebase. So Firebase should be linked to the Flutter. So to link that particular email validation form, you have to download that plugin. How to download that plugin? You have to copy the dependencies of the particular package, and you have to paste it in pubspec.yml, and you have to run that particular pub element. So then that plugin is being going to be activated in a particular project. So without importing the dependency into the .yml file, it will not going to be work. So it consists of the different variety of tools. So this plugin consists of different types, not only single or twice. Okay, so here, using code generators like Flutter plugin tool, or using third-party libraries. So you can also use some native SDKs, right, like Flutter SDK, Firebase SDK, Dart SDK. So there are some SDKs which are mainly used to create, run this Flutter plugins. Okay, so these Flutter plugins can use in variety of tools. Okay, so that's the point. And coming to the pub.dev. So what is this pub.dev in Flutter? So it is a particular official website where the Flutter and Dart package repositories and the frameworks are being present in that particular website. Okay, so it is mainly make sure it make easy for the developers to develop a Flutter application by using those repositories and frameworks. Okay, so they can add their own custom functionalities to the Flutter application, and they can download those particular plugins and packages to the dependencies by running that Flutter pub get. I'm going to discuss about that particular code and the terminal after this presentation. So coming to the Flutter packages, the libraries are pre-written code. So these packages are been already written by some developers. So this Flutter is also being developed by some developers, right? So who have developed this Flutter have already created a particular package, and some components are being imported in the particular package or plugins. Those pre-built components and plugins and packages are being used for the upcoming developers to develop his Flutter applications. Okay, so he can also add some functionalities according to his ideology, and it can be integrated easily by using pub.dev. So you can integrate any plugin and package by using the pub.dev. Okay, so next, on pub.dev, developers can search packages. Okay, not only when you come to the official page of the pub.dev, you can see only some of the components. But not only those components are being present, you can also search for multiple components or packages and plugins in the pub.dev by using simply keyword. And you can also read the particular documentation, like what is what of that particular. Okay, let us take a email validation. So when you click on email validation particular package, that package consists of the read documentation of the particular package, and it also consists of instructions how to download and how to install, and also it consists of an example version of that particular package, and also versions, and also pub spec scores. Okay, these all are being exist in that particular package history. Okay, this pub.dev is also provides tools for package developers. It will also provide some tools to maintain the packages and build the applications. So this is mainly running on the dependencies of the particular Flutter project application. So this is the main point you have to remember. So next, developers can create and manage packages using the okay, how these pub.dev commands are being executed and how these are being installed. So there is a keyword called flutter pub get. So this is the thing to get the particular package into your application. So you have to install that. So to do that, it consists of some command line arguments for that particular tool. You have to follow those to install into your application. So they can also publish new versions of the packages, not only the older versions. If you can also see the versions. Okay, I have told you previously, you can also see the versions. If there are any updated versions, you can also update the versions according to your packages. Okay, old versions are being going to not work in your Flutter project. If you import a previous version package into your dependency, it is going to show an error to that particular code, because when it's going to be upgraded, there's some packages and some dependencies and components are going to be also upgraded. So when these are being upgraded, so when you use a lower version of the particular dependency, then you can face some issues. So okay, to overcome that issues, you can use the upgraded versions of the particular pub.dev or packages or plugins, etc. So next, coming to the native APIs. So what is a native API in the Flutter? So native API provides a way for developers to access the platform specific features. So okay, let us consider a developer is going to build a Flutter application. So okay, in the Flutter application, he uses some packages and some plugins, etc., and each consists of functionalities. What this native API mainly role, so it access a particular feature or a functionality which are being held in a particular plugins or packages. Okay, so this native API is mainly implemented in both Dart code and also in some specific codes. Okay, like Java, Kotlin, and Objective C. And there are some native APIs present in the Flutter. So those are platform channel and Firebase. So what is platform channel? So this API enables communication between the dark code and the native platform specific code. So let us take a dark code. So dark code is where you can going to build a code to your Flutter application, and native platform specific code. So you can consider a specific code, and you are going to allowing the developers to communicate between the dark code and some functionalities and some methods which are being present in the outside of the native code. Okay, so this is the platform channel. Okay, and coming to the Firebase, I have also discussed about Firebase like authentication, database, cloud storage, and verifications, email verifications, and it's also mainly used as a backend. And it's the Firebase services cannot be used in the Flutter applications. Okay, so you have to install the Firebase SDK and Firebase components separately, and you have to link with the Flutter application. We are going to see the what is Firebase and how it should to be linked in our further sessions. Okay, we are going to discuss about those in detail. Okay, and coming to the Google Maps and cameras and sensors. So why these Google Maps are being used? So this Google Maps consists of a particular plugin and some packages. So you all know why these Google Maps are being used. So to integrate this integration of maps is mainly used for locating your particular location. Okay, you can add marks. You can also customize your map styles. You can also navigate to your own locations. Okay, this is a example of Google Maps. And camera, so this is mainly used for access the device camera and capture photos or videos. It's a type of plugin. Okay, so camera comes under, okay, when you use a particular Google Meet, right? So if a Google Meet is being running in your mobile, it allows access to the uh, camera and some mic, right? So how this camera works? So it consists of a plugin. It runs in background in a particular application. You can't see that plugin in front end. Okay, these all are being executed in the back end. Okay, so camera is also a type of plugin. Like sensors. Sensors also like I think you have heard about accelerometer, gyroscope, magnetometer. So there are some sensors which are present in these plugins. Okay, so there are some sensors. And coming to the in-app purchases, so especially you all know what is in-app purchases. In-app purchases is nothing but where you can purchase a particular thing, like making payment gateways, etc. So, like example, take an e-commerce website. Okay, e-commerce website or an e-commerce app where you can make payments by using this in-app purchases. So this is a type of plugin where you can purchase everything, and within the Flutter application. So this is the mobile applications for the Android, and not only for Android, it is also done in the iOS platforms also in with high quality features. So okay, because it's a native API related to the Flutter. Okay, so this is some basic introduction and what is hub steps and everything. So now we are going to see what is what in detail. So coming to this, first of all, come to your Google Chrome and simply type as pub space dev. So okay, make sure this, so pub space dev, and you can see here pub.dev, right? So this is the official website. Okay, so here you can see the repositories, the official package repositories for the Dart and the Flutter apps. So here you can see the Dart and the Flutter apps, and it is supported by the Google. And if you want, you can also sign in. And if you want any help, you can take the help of the particular Flutter or pub.dev or Dart. So here it consists of different types of helps. Okay. So simply coming down here, you can see the Flutter favorites, and it consists of view all. So you can also see, if you want, you can also see these types of packages are being held in this pub.specs. Okay, these are all the packages. Okay, so here you can see the most popular packages like UID, Process, Equitable, Google Forms, Shared Preferences, and Cloud Firestore. Firestore is nothing but it's related to the database Firebase. Okay, example Firebase. And here you can see top Flutter packages. So Firebase messaging, Flutter image components, and Google APIs, Flutter barcode scanner, and Get It. Okay, so these are some things. And top Dart projects. I mean packages. So here you can see the characters, built-in values, build collections, HTTP pairs. So these are all something, and you can also see some lectures regarding these packages. So updated packages, lectures, you can tutorials you can see from this official website. Okay, you can also view according to your playlist. Okay, you can also depending upon you. So now we are going to test one particular package from the Flutter. So I'm going to choose a Flutter barcode scanner. So don't select the Firebase because we have not started Firebase yet. So Firebase we have not started yet. So you don't do that. So here you can see the sample, right? So here you can see the sample here. This is the main thing. So how the app works. So this is the example thing, I mean output demo. And these are some steps how to get started. So how to create a particular app or a particular project and how to move on. Okay, how to use and everything in simple steps I'm going to tell you. Here you can consist of a change log, examples, installing, versions, and scores. Okay, coming to change log, here the versions are being upgraded. So for every version, it consists of an upgrade. So 1.0.1, 2.0.0, 1.0.1. So these are some changes. Okay, So you can follow these all, what are the versions and how it is being released, and what are the changes done for the particular package, I mean change log. Okay, so here the example code for this barcode scanner 2.0.0, and to install it you have to follow this particular instructions. And coming to the versions, so it consists of 2.0.0 is the highest version. Okay, so this is the versions list. Okay, here you can see the versions, what are the versions, and where it is being, when it is being released. So May 11th, 2019. So these are all some detailed information regarding the barcode scanner. Okay, this is only for the barcode scanner. So every package consists of the same interface. Okay, so readme, changelog, example, installing versions and scores. So everything, every package consists of this particular same interface. So there will be no change in the interface. Okay, so coming to this course, here you can see how many likes. So how many users liked this particular plugin or a package. So how many points for this particular package. So how much it is popular. So you can also see the scores for a particular package. So you can get an overview idea how this package is going to be run. So how, what is the main advantage and how to do. Okay. So this is the particular thing. And coming to the installation process, so simply come to the down, and I'm going to copy this. So dependencies, right? So come to the Visual Studio Code. I think many of you know how to create a project and how to create a Flutter project. We have already discussed in previous sessions. So simply come to the pubspec.yml, and here you can see right Flutter barcode scanner. So simply paste it here. So under dependencies, here you can see right under dependencies this is being pasted. So under dependencies you have to paste it and you have to save it. Okay. After saving it, what it is given, we have to add a line Flutter barcode scanner and we have to run it by giving the Flutter pub get. So you have to run. So to run, open a terminal. So go to the new terminal and simply click on a Flutter pub get. So after doing that, the dependencies will be going to be resolved. So here you can see the all the dependencies have been resolved, and at the end you can see this God dependencies, right? After seeing this God dependencies, what is the meaning is this package which is you have used, right? This particular version is installed in a particular Flutter application. So now simply it is installed and downloaded in your particular Flutter project. Okay, not whole uh, software or SDK. Okay, only it is applicable for only that particular project. Okay, so now after that you just leave this. Same, this is the import package which is going to be consider consist in the example program. So now come to the example and simply copy it. Okay, so simply copy it and come to the main dot that. So simply Control A and Control paste it here and save it. And after saving it, simply run it. Okay, so it may take some time for launching it. We have already discussed, right? So after this, we are also going to discuss how to test a particular app. Okay, so how to test it and what are the steps to we have to take for testing. Okay, so these all are being discussed. Okay, so nothing to worry. So this is the particular thing. So barcode scanner, and another thing I am also going to discuss is where you can see um, HTTP URL. Everything you can see here, like cron image, next shimmer, next built-in get. Okay, next path providers, everything you can see here, right? So this is a particular thing. So first of all, next just simply type here. If you want any packages you can simply type here. So when you type it here, you can get different types of flutters, everything. So next thing is we are going to launch this URL launcher. Okay, make sure to reload it. So this is the another thing which you are going to use now. URL launcher. Maybe this URL launcher may not be work because this consists of some backend work. So if not, we can again discuss it in some Firebase when we are coming. If it's not working now, we can discuss it when we discuss in backend. Okay, we can discuss later. Okay, so maybe it takes some time. Maybe it takes some time. Okay, to download. So yeah, here you can see. Here you can see barcode scanner, short QR scanner, and start barcode scan. And you can simply start barcode scan. It is mainly going to execute it perfectly in the mobile view. Okay. So when we use this particular barcode scan in the mobile view, it is going to work perfectly. So that's not a particular point. So this is the particular thing how to execute, and you can also change some changes here according to your. Okay. So now we have going to install this particular URL launcher. So to install that URL launcher, you have to simply copy it and simply paste it in the dependencies. So I'm going to paste it in a dependency. Okay. Now I'm going to save it. And if it is going to show any error, we are going to discuss this particular URL launcher backend in a Firebase or any other sessions. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I can open a new terminal. So simply click on Flutter Get. Yeah, you got the dependencies. So the URL launcher is perfectly installed. So here you can see many errors in the main.dat. Why you are going to see here you have changed the particular package, right? After changing the particular package, you have to change this code obviously. If not, you are going to see these errors. So first of all, we are going to change the particular code. So to do that, come simply to the example and copy this example program and simply paste it here. So these are all example like a code labs. Okay, so the errors are all been gone. You can see here. So simply save it and click on F5. So it is being going to be executed. So these are all code labs. Okay, so you cannot take copy paste. Okay, so you have to understand everything. So what is return method, what is text, what is button, what is label, what are widgets, and what are constructors, and what are these containers and widgets. There are many types: scaffold, app bar, app bar name. So these are all going to be studied by yourself. Okay. So these are some code labs. Why these are code labs are being performed? So these code labs are main backbone for your introduction or any app application running. Okay. These are all some everything. So later on you are going to you try these packages. Okay, manually you install every package by your own and you try it once. Okay, so let us see this output. Okay, so how this output is being displayed. So this is a URL launcher. Okay, so this is a URL launcher. Here you can here he tells that input the phone number to launch, make a phone call, launch in browser, launch in app JavaScript off, launch in app DOM storage off. So these are some particular widgets. Okay, this is the output for the URL launcher. So this is the launcher in browser. Okay, so here this URL is being launched, right? So this is wait a minute. Sorry for the interruption. So here you can see URL launcher. This website is given sitelog.org. So that is the website which is being redirected. You can give your own. So okay, here you can see. Wait a minute, where this is. You can also search. Okay, so here host is this, right? So here you can also give your own. So google.com. So okay, path. Okay, that's one. Okay, let's save it and simply make sure how it will be. Okay, if it work, okay. If not, we can continue with the cycle log. Okay, so launching browser. So here you can see Google. If not, you can also once remove this headers and save it. We'll see what is going to be happen. Yeah. Yeah, here you can see the Google browser is being launched. So this is the URL launcher. So you can give your own website, not only Google. You can also give Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or if you consist of any own website, you can also give that particular URL launcher here, and you can also redirect it. So you can see here, right? So when you launch in browser, you can directly redirect it to it. So this is the output. Okay, so now coming to the testing, this is the packages and how to install the packages, and this is the basic structure and some introduction. Okay, so now coming to the testing. So how the testing is done in the Flutter applications. So to do that, simply click on testing code lab Flutter in your Chrome browser, and here you can see the how to test a Flutter app. So this is the first code lab for the testing of the application. So click on it. So after clicking on it, you can see this is the page for the testing code lab. So come to the introduction. So here you can see some introduction regarding the code lab, and here, yeah, I forgot to tell you that this testing sample, right? So wait a minute. So wait a minute. This is completed, right? So simply come to the flutter.dev. So visit the flutter.dev once. So after visiting the flutter.dev, so simply click on documents, and here you can see samples and tutorials, right? Samples apps on GitHub. So the best example for the testing application. So the testing application best example is this is the one. So this is the testing application. So okay, so this is the here you can see the testing app, right? This is the testing application. The Flutter, it is a basic sample, and you can also download these all samples. Okay, these are all samples you can download by simply clicking on the source code. When you click on the source code, you can directly redirect it to this particular project which have been entered for the GitHub source, right? So simply click on these three dots, and you are going to consist of all everything. Here you can see place tracker, platform channels, provider counter. So everything here you can see what are the samples you have seen in the Flutter GitHub, right? You can also download everything from here, and you can extract particular project for there, and you can execute it. So okay, so this is some samples. Okay, and this is sample testing app, and come to the next. And these are some requirements for Flutter development and the environment. So these are all done in our previous sessions. So coming to the next, this is the getting started. So for that, simply click on copy this. Okay, so Flutter provider, right? So copy on this and come to the Visual Studio and go to the test. So under test, you can consist of a test.dart, right? So here you create a new terminal and paste that code. Wait a minute. Provider, right? So I'm going to remove this dollar signature, and here I'm going to add provider. Yeah. So simply click on enter. Yeah, providers also. Yeah, here you can see the God dependencies. Okay, so this is the testing procedure for your application. So my main advice is everything you have to do in this particular, so you have to copy this particular code. Okay, you have to copy that particular code, and you have to paste it in a terminal of the test. So go to the test dot project and copy that dot project terminal into that. Okay, so these are some testing codes which you have been going to be executed by yourself, and this is the basic code. Okay, So copy this code and make your own application. And after creating an application, make sure to test that particular app which you have been developed. Okay, so these are all the models, favorites, and everything. So you can also do some widget testing here. You can also do some widget testing like creating a new test file. So you can also create a new test file by following these instructions which are given here, and simply click on next. And here you can see the testing at UI. So UI is also going to be tested by using this Flutter application, like integration tests, right? Okay, so these are all to be executed by yourself. Okay, when you do this code lab by yourself, you are going to get a particular idea what is what. Okay, so do it by your own self. Okay, so you can get some idea. Okay, so next, coming to the testing app performance. Okay, this is the Flutter driver, and this is the last thing for your testing. Okay, so I think this is the only one code lab present in this testing. If any other code labs did you get for the testing, you can execute them happily. And this is the thing. Yeah, I think, yeah, I told right. So this is only the one thing for the testing this code lab. Okay, testing the Flutter app code lab is only one. There are no three or more. Okay, only one code lab is being presented in the testing of the Flutter app. So you have to execute this testing of the Flutter app by yourself. Okay, so everything you have to copy it, and you have to create a new terminal in the test.dart, and you have to run it. Okay, so this is the basic overview of dart, I mean plugins, packages, and how to install those packages into your dependencies, and how to get those dependencies and install it into your particular project, and how to do, and everything is being explained, I think so. And how to copy the example, and how to execute it, what is the output, and how to change URL, and how it is going to be redirected. So I think these are some only I have explained only two packages. Okay, I have only explained two packages, but rest of the packages are many more, right? So when you are going to the pub.dev, so here you can see many packages, right? So here you can see many packages, and you can also see when you click on view all, you can see some more packages. Okay, so make sure these all packages should be done by yourself. Okay, so make sure to try every package at least a day. So one package a day, so that you can get a particular knowledge regarding this pub.dev. What is this, and what is this package is mainly used for, and how to install it. Everything you are going to be get. Detailed information and overview. So this is the end of this today's session. And if any doubts, you can ask. So okay. So any doubts regarding this session? So okay. So thank you for joining this session. And in next session, we are going to discuss about the Google Forms and some other packages. Okay. So no need to worry about that. So make sure to practice these packages and install some plugins. Okay, so make sure to do yourself. So do the code labs and test your particular Flutter application and everything. Okay, so in the next session we are going to discuss about some fonts and some again this some more packages. Okay, so thank you for joining.